Hey everybody, it's Bot here. I just want to take a minute before this episode starts officially, just to let you guys know that this is a very, comedy-laced podcast. We're very silly, goofy. You guys know us. We're a bunch of idiots. But this week we kind of got onto a topic and really started sharing our thoughts about it, and it kind of became a deeper, more serious conversation about our feelings about the world and kind of society at large. And I think it's a really important conversation to have, and I think it's a very big conversation to have. And I want you all to go into it with a more open mind that this really isn't going to be a big comedy week this week, but it's going to be a part of a larger discussion that we want you guys to participate in. We really appreciate you guys taking the time of your day to listen to us, and enjoy the show, everyone. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Bot. That's Finn. So you saying penis definitely starting this episode. Yippee. Get a seat, get a snack, and get comfortable. Get ready as we present to you our last brain cells left. Penis?
Penis. Venus. Sanguinus Venus. If you know that reference, shoutouts. Hi.
I don't know what it's reminded me. My fiance, like, her newest vocal stem is just going around being like, Pinar News. Just saying that. Largely unprompted. It's just her going around going Pinar News.
My new favorite vocal stem. I don't use it very often. I've used it before. I don't know if you've heard me say it, but
maybe.
My new favorite vocal stem is "This is Chase of Goose. I hate Chase of Goose."
I have not heard you say that, but that's so good.
Do you know what it's from?
I have no idea what the fuck that's. It sounds like my Polish grandfather who died when I was 7. It sounds like I would talk.
Yeah. Well, yes, it is. It's your Polish grandfather from when you were 7. I knew the guy. Great guy.
Hell yeah. Dude, my cousin can confirm this, but my grandfather, right, specifically grandfather on that side, yeah. When he died, every single Polish woman in the neighborhood who was single was at that funeral.
That's
who was,
crazy.
Of his age range. Yeah.
He got up to some
He was not bored in his later years.
Yeah.
So random fun. Every Polish grandmother in the entire neighborhood coming to your grandfather's funeral, who are all these women? What the?
Bro was
it wasn't
like
he was
life.
Cheating or anything. His wife my grandmother had died probably I don't even know how many years before, but enough years before where it was it wasn't weird.
Bro was okay, that's yeah.
It was just funny more than anything. That I digress.
That reference, by the way, that I said was it's from the Spider-Man video game. It's Rhino.
Oh. Wait, which Spider-Man video game?
The very first one. You play as Miles, and Rhino is running around everywhere, and you hop over a wall, and it ends the sequence. You hop over a wall, and Rhino goes, "This is Chase of Goose. I hate Chase of Goose."
I remember that. Now that you've broke it down, I would 100%, yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because
I can hear his voice now.
I had said it. I said it every so often. There's not a lot of cases where you would just say that.
That's true. It's not a pretty common phrase.
Yeah, but I said it fairly recently, and I can't remember what we were talking about or what we were doing or who I was in call with. Mm-hmm. But I said it, and it fucking hit as a joke.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, cool. I'm so glad that my vocal stem is just hit, bro. That's sick.
That's a good
I love
feeling.
that.
That's because I'll often demo jokes, right? And whenever, because more times than not, there are gonna be some stinkers in there. And I'm known for just kind of throwing jokes out there.
You're known for your stinkers.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, I had
You're not wrong, though. I told you how my fiance will call me Tutti Frutti sometimes. Mm-hmm. Because of my penchant for fart. I mean, that's my fatal flaw. I will always think that farts are funny. I'm sorry. They just are funny.
They can be.
Yeah.
But
it's always a good feeling when one of the stinkers actually passes through and hits. I remember
there is sometimes where it's just not the best joke, but they can be funny if used correctly.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. And because I'm always trying to toe that line of I think that damn near everything is on the table for making jokes as long as you're doing it in the right way. I think there's a right and wrong way to joke about anything. You know what I mean?
Well, there was I've
certain
said
things
before
you can't
that
make
like
jokes about though.
Yeah.
I want that to be clear. It's not
Well,
like
I said
everything,
before,
but yeah.
I was in call with Gasp, I think, and I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast. I probably have, but
We'll
him and I think Redacted and there might have been somebody else, but I can't remember. I don't know if Fern was there or not.
Sure.
They were telling me like, mainly, I almost said Gasp full username, Legasp. Mainly Gasp and Red. They were saying like you should watch this. What's it called? Movie. It's called Grave of the Fireflies.
Okay.
Really sad movie.
Noted.
General like synopsis of it is like POV. You're a Japanese kid at the end of the Second World War.
Oh, okay.
So it's a really, really sad movie.
Yeah, I wonder what was going on in Japan around then.
And that's like, and I was like telling them, I was like, yeah, my way of humor, or sorry, not my way of humor, my way of like coping a lot of the times is through humor.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, but this movie, I was like, oh, no. Like, I'm not going to fuck around with any of that. Like, what kind of joke can you even make out of that isn't going to be awful?
Yeah.
Like, horrible. Like, I can, like, oh, no, I'm not going to say I can joke about 9/11. I can't joke about 9/11. That's not something I joke about, or I tend to joke about.
Right.
But there's been, like, specific instances where, like, we'll be playing, like, Guess the Movie.
Yeah.
And suddenly you see the New York skyline.
Yep.
And the Twin Towers are there. And this happened while Bot was in call.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the Twin Towers were there. And all I said was, well, we know this was made pre-2001. Mm-hmm. But that's not a joke. Like, you could take it as a joke, technically. Like, Bot laughed at that. It's like, you could take it as a joke.
Yeah,
but
it's also,
funny. It's just a fact.
It's a very funny fact. It's just like, it's true.
Fun. It's a funny but also extremely unfortunate fact. Like,
well, I think
they're there. This is pre-2001. We know this. You know.
That's what I think is fun about comedy, because you can just state a fact and it is inherently funny just off of the delivery alone. And because it was the way you said it, you're like, well, we know this is before 2001. Like you were presenting a TV
the way
show.
I said it.
Like it was. It's funny. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, like insert laugh track here, kind of thing.
Yeah. Type shit.
But this is actually perfect for a segue that I actually wanted to talk about this week.
Yeah.
That I didn't even realize we got into this, so now it's like the best segue ever. Did you see the Wayans brothers are making another scary movie?
I did not see this.
They're making another scary movie, and if you watch the trailer,
like the parody scary movie.
Yeah, the parody.
Yeah, okay,
movie.
Yes, I did see this.
You saw the trailer?
I had two separate people send it to me. Yes. Yeah,
it opens on what's it called, a pronoun joke.
Yes.
And people are pissed about that.
Yeah.
Like people like in the LGBTQ community are not the happiest about that. They're not talking about it anymore. They did when it first came out. Basically, if you haven't seen the trailer, look it up. I think it's funny. But if you haven't seen the trailer, basically the Scream guy stabs this person on a train, and a woman, like, you know, most scary movies, a woman just screams, "Oh my God, he stabbed her." And the person goes, the person that got stabbed goes, actually, my pronouns are they, them, so he stabbed them.
Saying that while there's a knife lodged in your chest is inherently funny. I'm sorry. Here's
the thing. I'm not laughing at the pronoun thing.
Correct.
I'm laughing at what Bot just said.
Yeah.
You're correcting someone. You're correcting someone. You're taking the time out of your day to correct someone about your pronouns
while you're actively bleeding.
You just got stabbed.
Yeah. No, now is the perfect time to talk about this, when my chest has become an Audi. No, this is a great...
The pronoun thing is whatever. That joke is overused. Yeah. We know that. I told this to Abby. I told Abby and Fern about this joke.
Yeah.
And And they agreed. It's like, and Abby made a point where it was like, well, at what point is the attack helicopter joke going to start coming back? Because I learned, well, I say recently, but this was like maybe about like a year and a half ago, that I was like, I made the joke and I made it in front of somebody and they were like, well, the attack helicopter joke is actually really offensive. So I asked Abby about it. I was like, you're my person for knowing about gay stuff. Is this offensive? And she was like, yeah, it's offensive. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's so interesting
and like she explained
because, like,
to me how it's
like,
offensive.
You would be like a part of the group that would be offended by it.
Well, I fully believe. One,
like, correct me if I'm wrong on
my
that,
parents raised me in the kind of way where I can laugh at myself.
Yes, same.
Very easily. Yeah. I will laugh at myself every single day of the week.
Same.
Like, I will say some stupid shit and somebody in call will like call me out on it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, like I'm a fucking idiot.
Yep, that's
like,
why we get along so well, because I do the exact same shit.
Yeah, exactly. So that, and I don't know if it's a generational thing that like. Maybe
a little bit to a degree.
I also think that it is because I was raised in a third world country. One, it like that's one of the main reasons why like a lot of the jokes that I make sometimes are like iffy, because I was raised in a country where basically it's like a generation behind.
Right.
So I make jokes that like Gen X makes, not even millennials. I'm skipping over them. They're millennials are stupid sometimes. They're so cringy sometimes. Oh my god. No, they really are though, because like I'll see like videos of like millennials or something like on TikTok, and I'm just like, why are you doing this to yourself?
Yeah, there's definitely like a lack of cringe awareness when it coming out of that generation.
But like I respect it a little bit. I respect that they're like they think they're fucking awesome. It's like, okay, you pop off, queen.
Yeah. I wish I had your self-image and self-worth.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have that. Gen Z definitely doesn't fucking have that shit. We had that shit beat out of us at a very young age.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, I grew up learning to laugh at myself. And that's why I thought, like, the attack helicopter joke was okay, too. Because I was like, well, in Nicaragua...
You were laughing at yourself in that context.
No, you're laughing at... I'm laughing at myself. And also, in Nicaragua, everybody makes that fucking joke. And I'm not saying that's an excuse for it to be okay.
Right.
No. But... that's what I was used to.
Yeah.
And as much as it's like, like some people, I've had some people tell me like, yeah, well, but you should have grown out of that. You need to realize I spent literally my formative years in Nicaragua making jokes that aren't like, I've said this before, like when I was younger, I would say slurs and stuff that like I should not be saying.
Yeah.
So it's like, but because there it was completely different culture. Everybody just said that. Yeah. And again, not an excuse. I'm not proud of it.
It's an explanation.
But it's a reason why. And no,
word? Holy crap.
And it's like, and no, it's not something that I just grow out of because I spent 16 years. I spent from the ages of 4 to 18. Do you know how formative those years are?
That's a lot
and this is me
years.
Getting into my psychology shit. That's like, your brain is developing that entire time.
Right.
So I didn't move out of of Nicaragua until I was 18.
Yeah.
So like, and then when I moved to the United States, I told my friend like that went by they them when I first met them. They like there was one time I accidentally said she, and this one girl like looked at me and was like they, and I'm like, okay. And so I took the person aside. I was like, "Hey, listen, I will get there. I swear to God, I will get there because I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be rude. That's the difference between me and a lot of Nicaraguans is that I don't want to be rude.
Right? You're not trying
and
to
not
be
all
rude,
Nicaraguans. Not all Nicaraguans. I will tell you right now. There's Nicaraguans that are the sweetest people I've ever met. And those are the ones I talk to. And surprisingly, there's only 2. So, there's 2. I can count them on one hand. I can count them.
Take 2.
Say I can count them on one finger, and then I was like, no, I can count them on 2 fingers, and then I was like, wait, no, that's stupid. And then I almost said I can count them on 2 hands, and then I was like, fuck. And then I was like, I got there eventually.
You know what? The
Anyways.
English language has succeeded
We're really
in the end.
struggling with it today. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some low energy going into this podcast today. So get a warm cup of tea, everybody.
That's why like when it comes to like the scary movies and like stuff like White Chicks, stuff like Ted, stuff like that, I can laugh.
Right.
Even though realistically they didn't age well.
Yeah.
I can laugh at them because I can laugh at myself, and I know, again, not an excuse. I just want to really hammer this point in that it's not an excuse for the jokes they're making.
Yes.
I do not agree with the jokes they're making, but I know that I like am able to laugh at them.
Yeah.
Not because like, oh, I have the gay card, I can laugh at these jokes. Like, no, it's just because they are inherently funny jokes.
Yeah. If it was a bad joke that was being like delivered poorly, that's a different thing.
Well, there's a joke in that trailer.
You go first.
There's a joke in that trailer where it's like, I think it's Anna Faris and
yes,
this other lady.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Remember the name of that? I don't remember the name of, but
yes,
she's black.
Yes.
And that is a point to the joke. Just let me get there.
Important, yes. I know exactly.
And this lady goes, oh my god, like it's like this huge reunion, and then she's like, oh my god, I haven't seen you in years, give me a hug. And Anna Faris goes, well, I don't think I can give you a hug because I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist. And then the other lady goes, well, we can just agree that all white people are racist.
She was like, well, I already thought all white people were racist anyway, so give me a hug. And like then they end up hugging,
my thing.
Something like that.
Here's my thing. I find it, and I'm going to get some shit for this, I find it hypocritical that it's okay for us to joke about Republicans, but it's not okay for us to joke about pronouns. Because
it's funny because someone who like leans very that far way politically would be bothered by that
would
joke.
be offended. Yeah,
so
would be offended. But
people are
in our
offended
opinion,
in the same metric, but about different things.
Yeah, but in our opinion, it's okay to joke about Republicans because Republicans bad.
Right.
But it's like if we are following the rules of what what our generation has set, and again, this might get me so much shit, but and I'm trying to word it in a way, that isn't gonna like where I'm not digging this grave for myself.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, you kind of understand what I'm trying to say, right? Where it's like if we can't make jokes about certain groups, but we can make jokes about certain groups, it's not. That shouldn't be how humor works. That shouldn't be how comedy works.
Correct.
I feel comedy is the kind of thing where it's either you joke about everything or you joke about nothing. I will admit there's certain things you shouldn't fuck with.
Yeah, absolutely.
9/11, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs, like the Holocaust. Like, why would you joke about that? I cannot fathom a joke. I cannot think of a joke that would be considered funny, aside from the one 9/11 one that I've said a few times.
Right.
But that's it. The other two things, where's the joke? I don't understand it. I don't get it. And if you do it, get the fuck out.
Right.
No,
I know the vibes.
So like we should be able to, I watch like, what's it called? I watch comedians. I don't watch comedians, but I'll get like clips of comedians on my TikTok, and they'll joke about literally anything. They'll joke about like gay people. They'll joke about I think the thing is that we should be allowed to joke about everything, but don't be offensive about it.
Yes. There's a difference between making a joke and like making fun of something and punching down on something.
Yeah.
Because you can make a joke about
that's a joke.
Anything without being reductive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Republican thing is
that's a joke. They could have taken it to the offensive level.
Yeah.
But the Republican thing is a joke. The pronoun thing is a joke.
Yeah.
The pronoun thing is funny because she's correcting someone, or they're correcting someone on their pronouns
while being
they're getting stabbed.
Yeah. While there's a knife in the middle of their fucking chest.
It's not funny because like, oh, haha, Gen X get offended. Some people will find it funny because of that, but that's not why I find it funny.
Some people will take it that way, but that's their own agenda to take things that way. You know what I mean?
It's
people will
like
look
what
for
kind
any
of
angle to find that joke.
Yeah, it's like before we started recording, I can't remember what I said, but like Bot was like, I'm glad. Oh, I burnt the shit out of my tongue while eating something.
Yeah.
And normally your first reaction is to spit that thing out because it's too hot. I didn't want to spit it out because ew, gross.
Yes.
So it's like one of those things where it's like there is hierarchy of priorities.
Yeah.
And correcting your pronouns should not be higher than getting stabbed.
Yeah, no. That's I wholeheartedly agree.
I find that joke funny. That's why I find that joke funny.
Yeah.
It's
I think
not
Clifford
because,
the Big Red Stab Wound takes precedence
offended.
over anything.
Yeah. Exactly. It's not because you're someone misgendered you. It's because you're getting stabbed and saying my pronouns are they them. Like, that would not be high on my list of priorities.
Correct.
If somebody was stabbing me and somebody said, oh my God, she's getting stabbed, even though I'm okay with the pronouns she, her, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I prefer, it's not.
Well, it's great because you can count the syllables of the sentence with, like, the blood spurts coming out of the new hole in your chest.
Exactly. So, like, and also the other thing with the Wayans brothers is that their comedy is meant to push that line.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It always
they know what they're doing.
It always has. And that was like even back in the day where it's like, White Chicks, which I believe is by them too.
I think
actually
so?
I know for a fact it is. Well, because they're in it, so they normally.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
Yeah, even back in the day. They it was pushing that line of like, nowadays it pushes it even more because
correct,
with us being smarter than we were back then,
right,
it pushes it a lot more, but
aware than we were back then.
Yeah, I wouldn't say smarter, but emotionally aware. It pushes it way more, but to the point where it's really treading it. Like, it's really, really, really treading. It's got one foot in the grave.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But like back then it was already kind of like, okay, like, we're gonna, and Ted is the same thing, like, Yeah.
But I mean, because people not so much forget, but it's like people don't remember how much. I guess that's the same as forgetting. I don't know how I'm trying to say it, but like back in like the early 2000s and 90s, the things that were said and were like socially acceptable to say on TV are a lot different than they are now.
Oh yeah, are way different. Yeah.
So like even just from like a pro wrestling standpoint, because I think about this a lot, where like there were insults and things that were thrown around and like jokes and things that were thrown around on like like WWE that like by today's standards would be like you can't do or say half or any of these things. Even like backstage, like there's a guy right now on AEW whose name is Anthony Bowens, and he's an openly gay wrestler, and they even like incorporated it into a storyline at one point where this lady who was like the villain of the story at the time, right, was like flirting with him, and he like grabs a mic and he's like, "You think I'm into you?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's obvious." And he's like, "Lady, I don't know if you know this, I'm gay." And the crowd erupted into cheers, and then there was a "he's gay" chant that happened and broke out. In the fucking 90s, that dude
crazy.
Would have been booed out of the building.
Yeah.
Like, there was a whole character in the, like, maybe like late 80s, early 90s, that was basically just making fun of flamboyant men. Like, that was an entire character that existed because someone backstage in Power said, this would be funny to marginalize this group of people, So, and like that was an acceptable thing on TV back in the day,
Yeah.
So it's like there's a culture shift that happened between now and then, and the difference is the media from back then is still very readily accessible, but we don't have the like lens of what the times were like when it came out. We just have the media in the current day, so people evaluate it with the current day like mentality of like, well, this is what's acceptable and this is what's not acceptable, without thinking like, oh, well, back when this is made, this is what was acceptable and this is what wasn't acceptable. Not to say that back then was right, because obviously I don't think that's the case. I feel like, in the more modern day with how we treat people is a lot better. But it's just a thing to acknowledge like when something was created, in my opinion. Yeah. Is what I'm trying to say.
There's a joke in the first Ted movie. And I showed this to I think Wynd and Abby.
Sure.
And they were like, they went like dead silent. I wasn't laughing at it because nowadays I recognize it's offensive.
Sure.
And I'm only gonna say it because I just just so you guys know what joke it is.
Yeah.
It's when Ted says there are no chicks with dicks, only guys with tits.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, that joke is offensive as shit.
Yeah, it is.
But when Ted first came out, when Ted first came out, that joke was funny as fuck. Do I get that joke? I don't really get that joke to this day.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's saying like, trans people bad or like what he's saying. But for me, it's the same exact thing as the person correcting the pronouns. I wasn't laughing because he said that. I was laughing because of the sheer amount of content that what's his face had on his computer. That's what I was laughing about.
Yeah.
Because like Ted starts like naming it, like listing it all, and I'm obviously not going to list it, but he starts listing it all. And then the joke turns into we need to destroy this computer, and then it's just like stacking on top of each other of them destroying it and then them burying it and then them being like it's literally like that's why I was laughing, not because he said what he said. Yeah.
It's what I'm realizing is what these lines and moments are being used is to accentuate the absurdity of the actual punchline, right?
Yeah.
Which, like, because the punchline in the Scary Movie one, right? And the punchline that you're trying to sell is that this person is being stabbed. Well, how do you make someone being stabbed funny? You add something absurd to it, right?
Yeah.
And that's why the pronoun joke in the Scary Movie one is funny, because it adds the level of absurdity to a moment that otherwise would not be absurd, and therefore it's what turns it into comedy, right? And it's not like everyone being like, oh, haha, they, them. No, it's like, oh, this person's taking the moment to say this while they're being stabbed, and we've said this like 2 or 3 times now, but like, yeah,
because we really want to hammer it in that we're not laughing at the pronoun thing.
Absolutely not. Yeah,
that's not what we're laughing at. We're not those people.
Yeah, I remember at one point someone tried to like call me like biased or bigoted, and I was like, you know nothing about me if you think that's who I am.
Well, I'm more. I wouldn't say I'm a Democrat, but I am definitely more liberal leaning.
Sure. I just hate politics in general. I think
just hate politics in general, which is why I don't want to put myself. No, I don't want to label myself because I hate politics. And I know somebody like there is going to be some random ass person who watches this video and they'll be like, "Oh my god, you're a Democrat," and I'm going to be like, brother, I
don't
do politics.
Do wrong,
I hate
and
politics.
Side will admit it.
Politics, ironically, politics and religion have the same place in my brain where whenever somebody starts talking about them, I just get pissed and shut down.
Yeah, like, I don't get pissed. I just kind of like stop fully listening and paying attention.
I get more mad when it's religion.
I don't know enough to really engage in this conversation, and also you're really passionate about this to a point where it's like, man, you're really up in arms about this, and I really don't have any strong feelings, but you feel like you want me to have a strong feeling, and I don't.
Well, here's the thing. What I was gonna say was like so I'm more liberally leaning.
Yeah.
But if in that Scary Movie, if they make a joke about Democrats, I'm gonna fucking laugh at it because I'm gonna think it's hilarious. If that joke about I'm a Republican, so I'm supposed to be racist. If that was I'm a Democrat, so this and that, I would have still laughed at it because it's true, it's funny, it's the same thing as the 9/11 joke. You're just stating a fact.
Yeah.
And that fact, depending on how you state it, that fact can be turned into a joke.
Yes.
It's like, yes, inherently speaking, most Republicans, not all Republicans, most Republicans are racist.
Right.
You've got a three-letter government company proving that point.
Yeah. At the very least, it's a very vocal minority.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Know?
Again,
which I think is
not all of them.
Is that it's usually the most vocal and the ones who are the most controversial in any scenario are the ones that are always the most talked about, right?
Yeah, and I'm not. I do want to clarify. I'm not putting all Republicans into a box because I do know I have met Republicans that are like chill, that aren't racist, that aren't homophobic, whatever. They exist. They're rare, but they exist. And it's mostly the ones that don't speak out as much as the others. It's the same thing. I watched a video yesterday actually about the guy who predicted the rapture last year.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the guy who was doing the video, first of all, he's Republican. I don't care. He literally has never put his political view into a video ever.
Yeah.
Aside from, like, I think he said one time, it was like, the CIA killed JFK, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And then proceeded to make a joke about, like, if I go missing, just know I cherish my life.
Yeah.
I
we've
do not
made that
in any
exact
way
joke
wanna
on this
hurt
podcast
myself.
before, I
yeah,
think.
exactly. So he started talking about, like, religion and Christianity and, like, the rapture and all that, and how this guy who predicted this was, like, being insane, where it's like with the extremism of it, and the people that follow him have that same extremism. And this guy went on a whole rant about how he's like, I just hate it because, you know, this is putting all Christians into a box.
Yeah.
And we're not all like that. We don't all believe that the rapture is going to happen. You have to sell all your stuff. Like, no, that's not who we are. Most Christians are fucking chill. It's just a lot of them are so outspoken that they drown out the ones that aren't outspoken.
Yes. That's
my problems.
We need more of a dialogue with the middle.
Oh, yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
Everywhere, in my opinion.
Granted, my problems with religion don't stem from, like, it being insane and extreme and stupid. My problems with religion stem from, like, me losing somebody in my family, and it's just like I told my mom about it. She was like, well, but, like, she's not religious either. She believes in, I don't know what.
Sure.
She believes in something. I can't. It's complicated to explain.
Yeah, I hear you.
But she was saying, like, she's
so
like,
I get it.
Well, she's like, well, do you, like, she asked me, like, do you believe in God? And I immediately said no. And she was like, well, why? And I'm like, what kind of God takes a kid? You know, in any sense, like, whether it's with me, like, or like my side, like my you know, family, or it's some random ass person. Like, hell, like, if it's even a bad person, like, losing a kid or losing a sibling is, like, a kind of pain that, like, a lot of people can't describe. Right. It's like, you know, and especially when you're a parent, like, that shit's daily. Thing. Oh yeah. It's just like, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Yeah. But also, like, why? Like, what kind of God would take a 10-year-old, you know? What kind of God would give a 6-year-old cancer? And then she's like, well, you know, that's human stuff. I'm like, no. But in the sense of, like, Christianity, and you can correct me. I am all for learning. You can correct me if I am wrong. We're two people that like again, like you can correct me, but this is a duo of people where it's like, Bot can't tell me, like, oh, well, according to this, because Bot's also agnostic. So it's like,
this is also, I don't want this to seem like, because there's a lot of people who go online and will get very preachy, and it's like, my way or the highway. Like, no, this is an opening to a dialogue. Like, I don't know, I'm not want to speak for you, but I'm pretty sure we align similarly on this. We've talked about this before, but it's like, I am more than willing for anyone to come up to me and be like, hey man, I don't agree, and here's why. Like, let's like, tell me about it. Well, like, teach me. Let's talk about it. I want to learn. I want to experience different things. I want to hear other people's perspectives, you know?
It's also, you know, so my mom was asking me, like, well, that doesn't, like, but then why do you not believe in him? It's like, it's not that I don't believe in him or anything. I mean, I don't, but my thought process is, if there is a God out there and he is willing to take 10-year-olds and younger, I say 10 because the person that passed away that was close to me, she was 10. So, like, if there's a God out there and he chooses to do that, I have no respect and I have no love and therefore no belief in that kind of person. Right. Whether it's a person or a being or an entity or an energy, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I'm pissed at him, and I don't like it. Yeah. And the only reason why, I got beef. No, for real, I got beef. I got hella beef.
Beef, dog.
I got hella beef with that motherfucker.
So you got hella beef with a god is hilarious.
Yeah, right. With.
I mean, isn't that like literally like Hades' whole shit?
Yeah, kind of. Well, that's why I've told multiple people, I was like, if I could, I would follow, what's the word?
Polytheism?
Yes, but specifically of the Greek gods. And it has a name, mythos. And I don't remember.
Oh, shit, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the word, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I always just think of polytheism because that's just kind of... I mean,
Hellenic polytheism, so Hellenism. which is very funny considering I hate the Christian God, and I would rather follow Hellenism. But anyways, I would, because here's the thing, right? I like the idea of especially in a lot of the books I've read, where Hades is like not the worst person in the world.
Right.
He's not good.
Inherently evil.
And none of them are good.
Right.
And that's the other thing I like about Greek mythology is that they're not good, but they're not bad.
Yeah, they all inherently have flaws.
Yeah, they have flaws. They have a balance of morals.
Right.
I hate this whole shit with Christianity where it's like, oh, God's perfect. It's like, no, bitch, no one's perfect. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, I think perfection is a
Sorry, that was really
fallacy.
aggressive. I'm sorry. Hold on. I said a bit ago, this isn't an attack. That was an attack. I apologize for that. I let that slip. I'm so sorry.
Hey, you know what? You owned up to it, though.
And I can own up to it because I fully will admit, I said a bit ago, this is not an attack on Christianity. That was an attack on Christianity.
You had a moment of you had a flare up.
I let it slip out a little bit.
That reminds me of just as a quick aside. There's a joke I heard from a comedian, where I think it might have been Theo Von, where he was like, "I'm not racist, but I have flare ups."
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, yeah, literally.
That's a crazy way to say that.
And here's the thing, right? If in the same way where if you told me you're a Republican, I'm not gonna, unless you specifically tell me like gay people need to die, then I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, but
we're
I
not
feel like
friends.
I'm so
But, like, if you
curious.
tell
Like,
me-
how the fuck did all of that get so deeply entrenched into politics? I feel like those two things
I don't know.
should not be connected and should
lot
not
of-
matter to each other in any any way
I
or form. You
think-
know what I mean?
I think a lot of political people are also religious.
Well, there should be a
and
separation of religion
Well,
and politics anywhere, but
You think that's a thing? No, it's not, bitch.
it's not here. It isn't.
Not here. Not in my neighborhood.
Well, yeah.
A lot of them are also religious, and depending on the extremism of that religion, that's, I think, where a lot of the homophobia stems from. I also think it's partially just age.
Yeah,
I
because
also think,
it was a thing that was
yeah, I also think, and before I say this, I value my life. I also think that a lot of it stems from internalized homophobia, where like maybe some of them are gay and just don't want to admit it.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. Well, because it became a thing where
there's
it's
like a thousand
that was
different things that it
associated
could
with
be.
hatred for so long.
Oh, yeah.
So why would people not?
Well, also,
associate that with hatred,
I
I
think
guess?
a lot of the homophobia that we're seeing now is still after effects from like the HIV/AIDS epidemic.
Yeah.
Because that was, again, anyone can have it, but it was mostly gay people, and then like people were like, oh, gay people are sick and evil, and they're gonna give you AIDS, and then you're gonna be gay. The frogs. What is it that he said? What is it?
Oh,
that
they're
he said?
putting
The water's
chemicals in the
turning
water that
frogs
turn
gay?
the freaking frogs gay.
Yeah.
I only know that because there's a trap
such a-
remix to it, and me
Oh,
and
I know
Luke
which one
used
you're
to play
talking about.
that on like
Yeah.
my iPad, like in our dorm room to fuck with each other.
They turned the freaking frogs gay.
I shit you not.
Frogs gay.
I have
remember
that
yeah.
shit burned into my memory.
Oh yeah.
Like because
Yeah,
of
I
how many
remember which
times
one
we
you're
would
talking
like play it in our dorm room as a joke.
Yeah. Well,
It became a meme.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it is a meme, but yeah.
But that's my stance on religion.
Yeah.
Really hitting all the good points.
I know.
this time.
We're having a ripper of a day. We got some shit we wanted to say. Huh?
I also like the idea. I don't know if this is a thing. I know there's in Christianity there's the 9 circles of hell.
Right.
But that's also just like 9 circles of it's bad, and then it just gets progressively worse.
Right.
I don't like thinking that, like, first of all, the person that I lost wasn't going to hell. That's just a given.
Yeah.
But if she did, I would hate that a lot.
Right.
And so I like to think that if she happened, that's the other thing in Greek mythology or whatever, or Hellenism, I guess. All souls go to the underworld. It's not hell. It's just the underworld. But it's just
a
where everybody
place,
goes. And then they just get split off into little groups. So it's like, you go here, you go here, you go here.
Right.
You were bad? Fields of punishment. So I like to think that, like, you know, she's in, like, Elysium or whatever. Like, the good part of the underworld, you know?
Yeah.
And, like,
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So that's my thing. It's like there is certain areas where you go because you were bad.
Yeah.
There is a place where the especially bad people go.
Mm-hmm.
But we keep them all separate.
Yeah.
Instead of going to like first circle of hell, which I cannot remember. I haven't read Dante's Inferno, but I really want to. But they really explore like the 9 circles. And yes, I know Dante's Inferno is completely fictional, but like isn't the Bible also pretty fictional? Like let's be honest.
I don't know and don't have the expertise to even touch
I kind
that.
of agree. I kind of agree with my mom a little bit. I think that there was a man named Jesus in real life. I'm not talking about the God. Or whatever. I think there was a man. His name was Jesus. And
Oh, hello.
sorry, I got a text.
Okay, I was saying your brain just like lagged for me. I wasn't sure if the shit was dying for a second.
No. So there was a guy, and he picked, I think it's 12 prophets, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 12. He picked 12 other guys and was like, hey, write about me because I'm so cool. And then also like write these stories, but like make them like fables and like learn lessons. Don't be bad or else I'll flood your world.
He could have been the first influencer. We just don't know.
I want to see the Jesus apology video, please and thanks.
Oh my god! Don't say that because someone's gonna make it with AI, dude.
A severe lapse in judgment.
Oh my god!
It's the only thing. If it was made with AI, it's just like look up all the YouTuber apologies and make a video, but it's Jesus, and it's just like he says that, and then he just like pulls out a ukulele, starts singing.
There should be like a study of like bad YouTuber apologies because holy hell, there's some.
There really should be. I want to see a
treasures in that
psychological
golden shit.
study. We were talking about this the other day. A bunch of us in call. What do you think was the worst YouTuber apology?
The ukulele.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. What do you think is the worst, and why was it her? I'm not even gonna say her fucking name. I don't even remember it, but like I'm not gonna say it if I did.
I'm pretty sure
the
I
ukulele
do, but my point persists.
Was so ukulele. Hands down. I don't think anything will top that.
Because it's
ever.
It's bad on top of being tone deaf.
Like. On top of being tone deaf is crazy.
Like and like,
I
don't even mean that like
too.
a singular
So
way. It's tone deaf in like a multiple way, you know.
It is very funny that you say that because she was on Broadway.
It's like
some point.
What's like the lack of multilingual? Like the opposite of being. It's like it's lingual. I mean it's a double entendre, right? Where it's like it's tone deaf in 2 different ways, but it's like bruh.
Oh yeah. I don't think legitimately there's been some bad ones. Is a lot of the Minecraft YouTubers were pretty bad. I think maybe the only other one, but that wasn't even an apology, is when Dream said the R slur on Twitter. That is maybe a little close. I do think that second place is Logan Paul. It has to be.
It's up there, yeah.
It's up there. I can't really think. I've watched a lot of YouTuber apologies.
Well, we were also kind of like coming up in the era where that was like a big thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, that was, I think, the era where humor made that switch. Into, you said this thing. But I also don't like that, where it's like, you said this thing 10 years ago, so we're going to cancel you for it now.
Yeah.
I get that because,
I
understand
depends on the severity of what the thing is.
I think,
right?
yeah. I think if you said some crazy shit, like Shane Dawson, that's unforgivable.
Yeah. Well, because
like,
you also have to account
the stuff
for,
he said.
If people have actually grown or changed or not, or if that just is who they still are.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because there's a difference between making a joke about something that's acceptable in the time and also just still being a piece of shit person.
Yeah.
Like one of my buddies who we hang out with, we joke that he's a reformed racist because he grew up in an incredibly racist like neighborhood.
Yeah.
But he's not like that at all. Like he's not racist, you know? Mm-hmm. So we joke that we call him a reformed racist from time to time, you know?
Yeah.
But that's like, you know, I don't think someone's past necessarily has to define them if they themselves are not defining themselves by it.
Yeah. Well, I also think it's partially, it's one, what jokes you made. And two, how many times you made those jokes.
I think the spirit in which you make them too is also important.
Yeah. Well, I think that, like, for example, again, I'm going to use him as an example. He's a piece of shit. Shane Dawson.
Yeah.
Made, first of all, the jokes with his cat, which, oh my God, disgusting. I can't even begin to, that was fucked up. That was so gross.
Yeah.
But
she
also,
still gets shit for that to this day, rightfully so.
Oh, good. I hope he does. I'm glad.
I mean, at least we still,
he legally should not be able to have pets.
Yeah.
Like, why is there any kind of animal near him? I don't care if it's cats, dogs, hamsters, guinea pigs. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You should legally not be allowed to have pets. Can we actually make that a law? If you abuse an animal, if you joke about abusing an animal, you're not allowed to have an animal. Why is that not a thing? Is that not a thing? Or is that a thing? Am I crazy?
I actually don't know.
Lawyers in the comment.
Not even that.
Get on that shit.
You know, I know someone with veterinarian experience.
Smarter.
You can ask.
Smarter people than us.
Yeah. We are two proclaimed dumbasses who are pontificating about things beyond us that we definitely are not qualified to talk about.
Yeah. So.
Take all of this with a massive grain of salt.
Well, it's like if you abuse an animal and then you get your right taken away. It's like being on the like the what's the name? The sex offender registry, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
We need a registry of people that abuse animals and they're not allowed to have animals. Yeah. Then you know what? You know what would happen if we had that? Shelters wouldn't be so full. That's for sure. Oh my God, I'm a fucking genius. This has to be a thing. There's no way I just came up with this. This has to be a thing. There has to be an animal abuser registry.
I mean, you're just like if PETA wasn't dog shit.
For real. That was a great pun.
Speaking of which, speaking of which, right? Did you see that PETA endorsed the there's a character in Mugenics, right? Who what's up?
Oh God, like.
Oh, okay. I just didn't hear you.
Like,
so this character's whole gimmick, I forget the character's name, but they work at a like pet mart type thing, not PetSmart or like not that, right? It's literally called like P Mart in the game, right? And they like refuse to say the word pet, and they're like, I believe that animals should have more rights than us humans, and calling them pets is derogatory, and it's a slur, and like literally like the character calls you a Nazi for owning pets.
Oh.
Like, that's the level of that character, right? And PETA endorsed that character and made them an honorary member of PETA.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, PETA.
Yeah.
I feel like PETA has just gotten worse.
It's a joke.
Like, I just like...
PETA's a joke at this point. I'm sorry.
It really is. We need something
And I know for a fact Edmund McMillan made that character to make fun of PETA.
That backfired.
In the fact that, well, it's kind of a cell phone because I don't think anyone is taking it seriously at all. Because everyone's seeing this and being like, God, you're such a joke, PETA. No one's being like, oh my God,
it's like
they're so
what's her
right.
name? The vegan teacher, where she compared eating meat to being a Nazi.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, when I heard that the second, because I'm not going to say I was a fan. I hate watched her.
Yeah.
More specifically, I hate watched her through Call Me Chris.
Okay.
Because Call Me Chris is a fucking badass, and if you don't know the lore behind that, Call Me Chris, this goes deep. The vegan teacher reacted to a video of Call Me Chris trying snacks from around the world.
Yeah.
Obviously, the snacks were not vegan. Vegan teacher was grading it and was like, "Oh, you got an F, you got an X, what do you got a check or whatever."
Yeah.
And then Call Me Chris reacted to the video of the vegan teacher.
Yeah.
And basically made a joke at some point. It was like, "Hey, vegan teacher, what is that marker made out of?" It was a Crayola marker. And she looked it up and found out that Crayola markers are made with animal byproducts. And so she had a whole bit where she was like, hey, I thought, like, she wasn't like, it wasn't an attack on the vegan teacher. It was a joke.
Right.
Vegan teacher reacted to that video. I'm telling you, it goes super deep. This is the last level of it, though.
Okay. This is the
reacted to that video.
Yeah.
And then compared, I shit you not, compared eating animals to somehow. Oh wait, no. Said okay. So, Call Me Chris had a sexual assault. Like this was years and years when she was young, but she was sexually assaulted.
Okay.
She, vegan teacher, said, "Hey, Chris, you were sexually assaulted as a kid. Well, or not as a kid, as a young person. Think about that, and then think about how the animals are being sexually assaulted when they artificially inseminate them to make more babies to have more meat." I was just like, oh. And then Chris reacted to that video and was just pissed. She was like, she was like, I made a joke. You do not joke about my experiences and my trauma. That's when Chris was like, I'm done with this. I'm not interacting with her anymore.
As someone
because that's so fucked up.
Worked in like livestock and have actual like knowledge experience about livestock stuff. Wow.
Not just that, but saying that about Chris's sexual assault is crazy. I don't even want to say I had respect for the vegan teacher because I didn't. She like that's again, I hate watched her. Yeah, I hate watched her. But the second I saw that she said that about the meat being like, those people, I was like, okay, that's messed up. And then
that's absurd.
And I don't know, I'm going to be very careful when I say this. She made a video, and I don't know if you've seen this. This is insane. And I'm laughing because of the absurdity of it.
The camera going, eat your vegetables.
Well, she has that, but that one was
that's the only
meme that
thing
became
of
it
hers
became
that
funny.
I like can recount by memory.
There is a video where she has a doll, and this doll just so happens to be black.
Oh boy. Oh no.
And
where is this going? I'm afraid.
And she so she has a doll. The doll is black, as a black girl. And she goes, "Wouldn't you guys agree that this girl is," I don't remember the exact words and I'm not going to say them, but it on the side, you know how like you'll list a bunch of words and like the first letter of all those words like make another word?
Oh no.
It was the N-word.
Oh no.
Hard R.
Oh no.
Like full word. And her whole point of this video, and so what it was every first letter of that word was in a different color with a different color marker, and then the rest of the word was like, like the first letter was green and then the rest of it was blue. And her whole point was like, we can take words of hate and turn them into words of love. And I'm like, no.
Oh, buddy.
No. If you've watched that video is so fucked, like beyond fucked. I'm
good.
When I first saw that video, this was, I think, a few years ago she posted this. Yeah, this was a few years ago she posted this. And I saw that video and I was like, oh, she did not just do that.
This person's not like an actual like educator, right?
I don't know if she's I think she is, because I think there's been granted, I don't know because people will do whatever for attention, but I think I've heard something of at some point she was
I'm sure she was
teacher,
a teacher at some point, but
and then
there's no way
fired.
She's definitely kept that
yeah,
job with the
I
amount
do
of
think
online
she
presence.
got fired.
Yeah, no. There's no way you can be an educator and say these things publicly and not.
I think she got fired before the online stuff, though.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's not that shit's not gonna fly. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. I think she got fired because and before everything, she got fired because she was pushing her agenda onto the kids. Whatever that agenda was, whether it's be vegan or whatever.
Who the fuck knows at this point?
She was pushing her agenda, which you're not allowed to do, obviously.
Yeah. Correct.
But yeah, she's that video was. And if you know the video, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to put it on screen because
neither am I. Editing.
Because I don't want to give her.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I don't want to give her that attention at all.
Oh, fuck that. No.
Just talking about her is enough. Like,
yeah, no.
We're good.
If anyone listening to this is possessed to seek out any of her content, just go to it,
Hate watch
dislike it, and leave. Don't even watch
Yeah.
it. Don't even give it a
Or
view.
don't even
Just
no.
dislike
Don't
and
give it a
leave.
view. Don't give it a view. Look up somebody else reacting to it. Give that person the view.
Yeah. Actually, I like that.
Don't
better.
give her the view.
Spread positivity.
Give the actually spread positivity. Don't do whatever shit she's doing.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Holy shit, that video was, I'm still thinking about it. Like I can see it perfectly in my head. This is where I wish I had aphantasia, because it's like I can see it and I hate it.
It does have its perks. It does have its perks.
God, that video is
Dude.
insane.
I think the root of this too, because I've been thinking about like the message behind, because we've been going on this whole ramble for like an hour, right? I think the root of this is there's too much fucking hate. There's too much hate.
There really is.
Over
There
things
needs to
that
be
it
less.
doesn't need to be so aggressively fought.
Well,
You
something
know?
that I love a lot actually is there's a musical called The Book of Mormon.
Yes.
And it's a very funny musical, but it's also very offensive.
Oh yeah.
Like there's literally a whole song in that musical about, oh, you're gay. Well, put that gay into a little box, stick it in a room, and turn off the light switch.
Yeah.
But not in an offensive way.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
It's satirical.
they're just saying, like, Mormons are homophobic, whatever. It's satirical, yeah. And in that show, obviously, in any show ever, most of the time at least, you'll get a playbill. And the playbill, especially on Broadway, they're long as fuck, and they normally have like ads. They'll have like, it tells you the cast, the crew, everything, but mostly it's ads. The Mormon Church in New York purchased, because you need to purchase it, obviously, purchased
boy.
a full page ad in the Book of Mormon playbill.
That's hilarious.
And it was basically like, hey, this musical is really funny, but if you want to actually learn about Mormonism and like all that stuff, call us, or like
Right.
come to the church or whatever. And that's where I think like that's what we need more of, that, you know?
Yeah.
Where we can make fun of stuff, but like also realize that you can also learn about it.
Yeah.
You know? Like you don't have to be offensive about it.
Yes.
Although Book of Mormon pushes that a little bit.
Yeah. Absolutely, it does.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, there's literally a whole song. I think it's a Asadega Ibawai or something like that. It literally means like, and they're singing it. It's really funny. They're singing it, and like the two Mormons are like having fun, they're singing, dancing, you know, interacting with. They go to Africa. They're interacting with the tribe and everything. And the guy, one of the Mormons, goes, "So what does it mean?" And the chief of the tribe goes, "It means fuck you, God." And the guy's like, "What?"
Hilarious.
Like, that's like so funny to me.
That's
I
funny.
think it's hilarious.
Well, because it's a rug pull. That's a great rug pull.
It's one hell of a rug pull too. Yeah. So it's like, you know, you gotta learn to laugh at yourself.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like, and because I'm the same way before, where like my default to literally anything will be comedy, right? Where
Yeah.
comedy was like my only real like coping mechanism. So my first instinct is to make a joke about whatever I'm presented with.
Yeah.
I literally became known as the jokes guy at my last job.
Yeah.
Like simply because of that's just how I operate. I've lost my entire train of thought. Oh no,
And
the
it's
train left the
going
stations.
choo-choo.
Fuck, dude.
While
God.
Bot tries to recover that update
Oh boy.
on the Kingdom Hearts thing with Fern.
Oh yeah.
Was the last time we finished Kingdom Hearts 2. We were taking a break. We started Birth by Sleep, got through one campaign. Fern teared up, didn't cry, but teared
Wow.
up. So I'm still counting
Progress.
it. No, I'm still counting it. Teared
okay.
up, and now we're gonna do the second one later today, being
Nice.
Thursday
Good luck
or
with that.
Wednesday. Sorry. We're doing that one later today. I think they're gonna cry at this next one.
Fork found in the kitchen, right? Like
Because, well, I know, like I said, I know the lore of it. I've never played the game, and I've never seen the cutscenes,
Sure.
but I know the lore. And this one, Terra's, so the three characters are
hit.
Terra, Ventus, Aqua. Ventus is gonna hit. Terra's was like, you know. Ventus and Aqua are gonna hit.
okay.
I also learned that there's a what's it called? There's an anagram. There's a character whose name is Ericus, and his name is an anagram for square.
Oh.
And I didn't know that. Yeah, it's weird.
What's the purpose behind the square?
Yeah, Square Enix.
Oh, duh, yeah. Dumbass.
I was like, is he joking?
No, I'm just a fucking moron. See, case in point, right?
See, laugh at yourself.
Yeah. I think that's the other thing too is, and we've talked about this before on the podcast, and like I didn't get any flack for it. I don't know if you did, but like this isn't none of what we've said. If you're listening to this, be like, oh, they're attacking me. No, we're not. This is not a personal attack at anybody we do or don't know, right?
Yeah, this isn't
the only
a personal
person
attack,
that we're actually making direct attacks for are the people and YouTubers who we named because we're giving them shit specifically for the specific things that they did, and we named them.
Yeah,
like I'm not one to like sneak diss a motherfucker. Like if I have a problem with someone, I will, if not directly tell them, I will, talk to other people who also have similar issues. You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna. I don't know.
This isn't an attack, because we're honestly just two idiots that can barely speak English already. So
yeah.
Not an attack, except for that one thing I said earlier.
I mean, which you addressed
that was an attack, and I am sorry for that attack. Let me pull out. Where's my ukulele? Hold on, wait. I don't have a ukulele.
What are you pulling out?
I have.
Oh God, what are you doing? What are you?
I had a harmonica that I would have pulled out, but I don't have it anymore.
What happened to the harmonica?
So, I think I might have thrown it away.
You must fight for your right to harmonica.
Harmonica. But yeah.
No, yeah, this is not. Yeah, this isn't us trying to like vent our frustrations at a specific person.
This is not a
specific. Bro, sometimes I just sound like Adam Sandler created by AI. I swear to God, I just can't make words.
That's me. That's me. Last episode when I tried to start about 15 sentences at once.
yeah. Oh, I gotta send you that audio clip.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that during the edit. Remind me. But yeah,
just add that to your soundboard. Just me going.
I will. You know what? I will do that. Actually, it's just gonna pop up randomly. You won't know when.
Every time you play it, I'm just gonna think there's like some mosquito around or something.
Yeah. I mean, this is a Twitch clip of me sounding like a mosquito. So like, sometimes it just happens. The brain juices just take over, and everything stops. But I don't know. I think the moral of this long story is, don't be afraid to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And again, I
was gonna talk about the show I'm watching, but
yeah.
I don't know, we can save it for next time. Different. Save it for next time. Because next time I'll actually be done with the show.
Exactly. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, don't like, because my whole relationship with comedy, right, was I make a lot of jokes about myself, and that was born out of a place of deep and intense self-hatred, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I know what it's like to make and tell and deliver a joke through the lens of hatred, and at no point through any of the jokes that I've delivered or made through this podcast or and hang out with people like that, obviously with exception, no human being is perfect, and I think perfection in and of itself is a fallacy, but that's a whole topic for another day. But there should be more comedy that's delivered not from a place of hatred, because I think it's right to have, it's a good thing to have a problem with comedy that comes from hatred, but I don't think that means you should also in the same breath tear down the comedy that doesn't come from hatred.
Yeah,
I think that's the general moral of this whole story, is tear down the hatred and build up the supportive. At least that's how I want it. We are the world. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Start singing Kumbaya and shit,
Kumbaya, my lord. Yeah, anyways, we have a Spotify, we have a YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, we have a Spotify. On the Spotify, if you're watching this on Spotify, we have a YouTube. You should follow, you should subscribe. On the Spotify app, you can rate us 1 to 5 stars. You should do that so that, so that we're happy. We have a Discord where you can give us topics, and every few weeks we'll address the topics.
Hell, if you even feel like starting a dialogue in there with some of the things you've listened to this week, that's what this is for. This is a dialogue. This is not us saying we're right, you're wrong. If you have a problem with it, let's talk about it. We're humans. Honestly, we're reachable.
We're not saying we're right, you're wrong, because most of the time we're wrong.
Absolutely, so, yeah.
I mean, join the Discord. It's an opportunity to prove that you're right, and everybody loves that feeling.
Yeah, that is true. Everyone loves that feeling of being right. It's
an insane way to do an ad for the Discord.
Is this like reverse rage baiting?
Join the Discord.
Are we hate baiting?
Make us feel like idiots.
Yeah. But in seriousness, though, this is a dialogue, so don't feel like, don't shy away from, speaking your point of view. If you, don't. That doesn't mean start screaming and yelling and berating everybody.
That's why I said talking.
Yeah. No, I want to have a dialogue, not an argument.
Anyways,
oh my God.
That one was big. That was a big one.
Hello,
rate that burp from 1 to 10. Join the Discord so you can rate my burp from 1 to 10.
Jesus fuck, dude.
Yeah, we also have a TikTok. I keep saying that I'm gonna post stuff on that, but it's just I haven't had the motivation to do it. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. Don't do anything we would do. My mom is coming. Bye.
Oh my God. Woo.